Hi, how y'all doing? It is Monday, the 5th of February, 2024, right? The skies here in the rise were all clouded over and heavy, and then around 11:30, they started parting and the blue sky came out, and it was just blue all day. But in the rising, it was really dense, heavy energy. Did you feel it? I did. I just yeah, I wanted to go back to bed after being up for an hour kind of thing, right? It was really, really heavy energy. But then when the blue sky came out, things started to change, right? It did. It's the planetary alignments, the energies that they use for that, right? I noticed that the planets, when watching the astrology, when the astrologists, right, are explaining what's going on with the planets and stuff like that, and the energy they're putting out, is that energy, wherever they're getting it from, well, the electrical grid system, I think, the transmitter towers, right? When it was ruled by the dark, it would put us in all kinds of low vibrational thought patterns and actions and stuff like that. But over this year, I've noticed that the energy that they're putting out, that they say the planets is putting out, is to force you, or not force you, to bring to your consciousness the inner work that you need to do, your shadow work, right? You know what I mean? To raise your consciousness, or raise your vibration, I think it's like fixing your psyche kind of thing. That's what I'm just getting from it, right? I was thinking about that today. My eldest son came to visit, and my youngest son, right? And they're both Scorpios, right? My youngest son lives with me, and they're both Scorpios. And we're sitting here, and I start me and my oldest son, we're talking about Dragon Ball Z, because my boys used to watch that growing up, the cartoons and play the games and stuff, right? I was too busy. I had 6 children and another boy that I was raising, and I was a nanny to another little boy, right? So I knew they were doing it, but I didn't know what it was about. And then I watched this like movie about, it was Dragon Ball Z, and I told my eldest son that I had watched it, and I was trying to get him to explain it to me because I couldn't figure it all out, right? And so he explained it, and I was like, wow, okay, that's quite the storyline. And I was talking to him about it today, and my youngest son chirped in, and he was like, you're blowing my mind in here, listen to this conversation. And I was like, why? And he's like, because like we were really into this, and it was just the way the story is, right? It's just, yeah, different, right? Kids don't expect you to learn what they were doing when they were younger, sort of thing. So yeah, we chatted that up for a while. And then I was talking to my son about the astrology, right? And I am supposed to be like, being a Taurus sign and everything, right? I'm supposed to be like gold for the next few years, right? I get everything I want. All my manifestations come through, all this stuff, okay? I'm successful in all that I do, sort of thing. And if I want something, all I have to do is sweet talk people, put a little bit of sweet talk on it, okay? And I was telling him about it, and I said, but there's a problem with that. And he's like, what? I said, I don't know how to sweet talk, right? How do you sweet talk? And they started laughing, right? And so they both told me about my personality, a part of my personality that I'm kind of aware of, but I didn't really understand it. And I said, well, the astrologist said a lot of people think Tauruses are ice queens. You know what I mean? Like we're just stone cold, we're ice. We have no emotions, whatever. And that's just a persona that we show, I suppose, right? So I said, and I don't want people to look at me like that. So I got to learn how to sweet talk people, right? And so they were telling me what I had to do, what was what they seemed was a minus point. And that is the tone of my voice, okay? I don't realize sometimes when I talk to people, I'm just so passionate about stuff, right? So I guess I put off the wrong tone and people think I'm yelling at them or I'm angry with them or stuff like that when I'm not, right? And then my youngest son says, "Your life's changed, Mom. You know, you were a mother for 40 years or whatever, and now you can't mother everybody, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to mother people. That's why you scare them away. Nobody wants that, right?" And then you know, they explained it more, and I understood it. I really do, because I do that, right? Because I just care so much. So I said I'm working on that, right? And with my tone, I said, "So what? I should just talk to everybody like this all the time? You know? Oh, that's okay, right?" And he's like, "No, that's fake." And I said, "How do you know?" And he's like, "Because we grew up with you. We know you." He said, "It might be okay with strangers, but with us, no. You're being fake, and it's like being pandering to us or whatever, right?" And I said, "Oh, so it's okay. I can do it to people who don't know me. They won't know, right?" He says, "No, but they'll catch on." And I said, "No, because I'm going to change the way I come at people like that." I think that's that bullet my buddy George was talking about. When I talk to people, I shoot bullets, right? You know? So I got two different points of view when they were here, when I was talking to them, right? And it sunk up. So it's something I'm going to work on. I'm going to change it, right? And see how things go, right? So, yeah. So that leads back to the planetary, the energies that they're putting out, saying it's planetary energies, okay? And it lines up perfectly for me. I was listening to a tarot card reader. I listened to an astrologist. That's the energy I was working on, and I was already decided to work on it before I was even aware of it. So isn't that something, right? That's how I know the white hats are in control. Because if it wasn't, the dark hats would be making me think a whole different way, and you know, take actions towards that other way. So yeah, that's what I mean by the spell's been lifted too, right? We're not being filled full of those low vibrational frequencies and energies. So I just thought I'd make a little video and talk about it. I didn't make a video yesterday. I didn't. I had weird energy yesterday. I felt like I was vibrating. And even in astrology, the guy was saying, "You'll feel like you're vibrating," right? So, what a strange realm we live in, right? The Schumann was 32 yesterday. It's 17 today. So down a bit. Tomorrow, I believe, Saturn goes out of retrograde today or tonight. The planet, okay, the plan ET, and things should start moving forward. That are the aspects of the Saturn energies, whatever they've decided that is in astrology, right? To pass it off. It's so very confusing. I know, I get it, but yeah, we'll all understand eventually, right? They've spent all these thousands of years hiding, trying to keep us from knowing who we really are, okay? Because when we know who we really are, it'll be as easy as that to get rid of the dark, right? And that's what they're afraid of, because they don't have any power. They harness ours and use ours against us. But this is all coming to an end. I can feel the power coming back, can't you? Can you? I can. I'm a lot more positive than I was in 2017. Let me tell you that, right? There's parts of my personality I have to work on because I spend a lot of time alone lately. And yeah, if you don't have enough other people to bounce it off to and talk things through, it could turn into a bitterness, you know? And I don't choose to be bitter. I choose to be better. Better, not bitter. Right? Right. And the news is the usual shit show, the movie that they're playing, right? All good things happening here. But the normies aren't, or not the normies, but the truthers in my area aren't getting it. Right? Like the MAID program, doctor assisted suicide for mentally ill people. They were doing that. It stopped now. Okay. That wouldn't be a thing if the dark was still in control, if the government was still in control. Because they're in the population fucking decrease fucking thing now, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So, things are happening here. They are, and around the world too. But MSM won't report on it. Or they're starting to, I think. I think they're starting to bring it out. Just in a different way. So, yeah. All right. It's warm here today. Like 4, I think. Once the sun came out, it warmed up real fast. So we'll wait and see what the weather is today. I had a weird dream or sleep last night too. Sometime in the middle of the night, I guess I was sleeping on my back, and it was like a cough, but it wasn't a cough, right? It was just that kind of sound, and it flipped me right over onto my side, like almost onto my stomach. And it woke me up, and I was like, what the hell was that, right? And I had a weird feeling inside of me. So I rolled back over, went back to sleep. So I don't know what that was. But yeah, I'm here. I'm okay, right? I am. My leg's bugging me. But this too shall pass. It always does. Let's take longer with this. We'll see what it turns into. If I can switch it around to something else. Eventually, we'll all be able to heal ourselves without a med bed. But that'll take some time, I think, right? Depends on how much work we keep on doing and how fast they let the positive energy out, so we are remembering who we really are. Yeah, I can feel it. I can. And the people that have a lot of dark energy in them, they are malfunctioning. You know what I mean? I can see it. So it is what it is. Everybody has karma. Everybody makes their own choices, right? A lot of people are breaking up too. In just the last couple of days, I know of 3 couples. So yeah. All right. That's the energy. If it's not for your highest good, it'll be removed from your life. All right? All right. Okay. I love you all's consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.